I chose Scene 2, the government office sequence, to analyze. Aesthetically, our goal was to create a sharp contrast with the previous scene in the lower district. While the lower district was chaotic and dirty, this office is sterile, right? Technically, the most crucial decision here was the use of a split edit, specifically an L-cut. We hear Li Wen's voiceover continuing from the meeting room while seeing Li Hao walk through the office. She speaks of harmony and not bullying the lower class. However, visually, we see Li Hao, a character who embodies arrogance, walking in with a look of disgust. In Walter Mertz, in the blink of an eye, he discusses how editing creates meaning through juxtaposition. Here, the juxtaposition of the righteous audio and the arrogant visual creates irony. The sound tells a lie, while the image tells the truth. Regarding movement and blocking, we applied what Karen Perlman calls physical rhythm in her book, Cutting Rhythms. Inside the meeting room, the composition is static and symmetrical. Li Wen sits in the center, representing order and the rigid system. In contrast, Li Hao's movement breaks this rhythm. The camera tracks him as he invades the workspace. He leans in, disrupts the workers, and mocks Yin Rui. His chaotic physical rhythm disrupts the static environment, visually establishing him as a privileged disruptor who doesn't respect the rules, even in his sister's territory. Finally, the scene ends with a shift in power dynamics. When Li Wen exits, Li Hao instantly changes his demeanor from a bully to an obedient brother. Through the ironic sound editing and the contrasting physical rhythms, this scene effectively sets up the hypocrisy of the antagonists before the main conflict begins. To understand the visual language of this scene, we must first look at the lighting strategy. The cinematographer intentionally maintained a lighting ratio between 1:2 and 1:4. This high-key lighting setup eliminates harsh shadows, creating an environment that feels soft and technically comfortable. In a traditional narrative, this type of shadow transition natural lighting is used to convey safety, visually echoing the social harmony that director Li Wen is preaching about in the background. However, in this context, this lighting creates a powerful sense of irony, what I call a sanitized horror. The brightness here doesn't reveal the truth, instead, it whitewashes the corruption. By allowing Li Hao's bullying to occur in this perfectly lit, sterile office, the visual language suggests that this cruelty is not an anomaly hiding in the dark, but a normalized part of this system. The light itself becomes a mask, perfectly externalizing the theme of a golden exterior with a rotten interior. Moving from the environment to the characters, the blocking further cements the power dynamics of this hierarchy. We see a stark visual contrast between movement and stasis. Li Hao acts as an invader. From the moment he enters the frame, his movement is fluid and unrestricted. He surveys the room with disdain and walks directly into Yin Rui's personal space. His movement vector cuts through the office, asserting his dominance over the environment. In sharp contrast, Yin Rui is visually trapped. She is static, confined to the corner of her workstation, organizing files, with no territorial rights in this space. By juxtaposing Li Hao's aggressive intrusion with Yin Rui's defensive stillness, the scene visualizes the abstract concept of class oppression. We don't just hear that he is superior, we see it in how he feels entitled to violate her space, while she is forced to shrink. Finally, on the micro level of editing, we rejected the standard dragnet system, where the camera always cuts to the speaker. Instead, we focused on the listener's reaction. This allows the audience to feel the victim's pain, rather than admiring the bully's arrogance. Additionally, I want to specifically address the sound design. To ensure this scene didn't feel like a mere film set, I focused heavily on auditory realism. Beyond the ambient room tone, I layered in specific Foley details unique to an office environment, such as the whirring of printers, the rhythmic typing on keyboards, and the distant shifting of chairs. These sonic details fill the sensory gaps, constructing a textured, living space. It convinces the audience on a subconscious level that this is a fully functioning bureaucratic machine, rather than just a backdrop for the actors.